just want the whole world to know about my I love you, and I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true, 'cause you're my.
I was told that when I was born at 6 months. I was premature. I was 3 months shy of the full period, and I weighed only 2 pounds. So I was told at that time there was a lot of medical stuff that had to be done for me just to save my life. When I was born, my dad described it as I could have fit in the palm of his hand, no? And they were surprised because the doctor told him, you know what, this child will only live, I give it 2 months, 3 months, and I'm here, no? I'm still here. Everything was perfect until the last semester at university. I was doing well. I had all the exception, all the goals of saying, you know what, I'll graduate, I'll get this good job, I'll be able to help home, I'll be able to get everything that I want, everything that I dreamed about and that I saw associated with computer science. That's what I wanted. So the last semester in university, one night I went to the doctor with a friend. I didn't go there to see the doctor. I just went with a friend. So I was outside sitting. I knew one of the nurses there. I said, you know what, let me just ask the nurse to just check my pressure. So she took my pressure. It was 200, 150 or something like that. And she told me, you can't go anywhere. You need to stay here. I stayed. The next morning, the doctor came, they checked me. I waited another 3 hours or 4 hours for some results to be sent back, and it was one of the worst days of my life when the doctor came back and told me that I have kidney failure. I cried when they told me about it, and then the doctor after that gave options. I could have a transplant or do dialysis. At that time, dialysis was at probably about, I think it's $700 a session, and you need to do 3 of that for the week. My family, we couldn't afford that. The other option was dialysis, was kidney transplant. They told us we needed $40,000 to do a transplant. We couldn't afford that. So I cried every single day. My family cried, and we felt it. Especially my dad, because he did a lot for me to be where I was. And for me personally, I came to the realization, you know what, if this is it, then so be it. But just when you thought God gave up on you, he didn't. And a month after I found out, I decided to go on a radio show. I raised in the 90s, $8,000 that same day on Love FM morning show. Something went wrong with the transplant. One of the tubes that transports the urine from the kidney to the bladder got blocked up, and the transplanted kidney had some stones in it. So I had to go to Guatemala for some operations. I went for the operation. I was over there a while. I came back. The day that I came back, the next morning, it blocked up again. And I was near death again, because if my body isn't getting rid of this fluid, and then what happened is that this transplanted kidney is what keeps me alive, for my body to clean out the blood and get rid of the excess fluid and water. But if that is blocked up, the fluid has nowhere to go, so it will stay in my body. The next day that I came back, let's say I came back Saturday to Sunday morning, it was blocked up. So I had to be rushed to Guatemala again the same day. And I went there, the doctors, they tried all they could do. And they put in a tube, a wire to hold the ureter open so that the urine could flow. So I came back that on November 15th of 2011, I was told that my transplanted kidney had stopped working. So I was faced with the options of doing another transplant or going on dialysis. I was 3 months after being told, you know what, you need dialysis. I was 3 months without dialysis. And when same thing like 2005, the same feeling came back, the same crying. I mean, it was just all over, like you're living it all over again. The only good thing about it is that at this time I had my wife. She was my girlfriend before and she became my wife. And she said, you know what? God will make a way. Being down, I got a call from one of the people at KHMH because I sent all my reports and stuff to them, but I did it because they tell me just to do it and see what happens. And I said, no, I know it won't happen. And the Sunday we had big crying, my dad, my mom, my sister, everyone, because they know what I went through already. On the Monday morning, those people, they called again. And they said, come for dialysis Tuesday. And it was like that. And even when I went to the nurses, when I went to the dialysis unit, they said, wow, you got in here quick. Because it usually takes a while. And I guess it has taught me not to ever question God, because when you think He's not there, He's there. And like everyone keep telling me, I must have a purpose here. So I guess I do keep that in mind, and a lot of family support and the support that I have home with my wife and at BHS, at my school. I mean, it's great, and I'm grateful for it and to still be here.
And I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true.